I'm Garrett Ball with Secure Medicare Solutions. Hope you are doing great. I made this video for my clients to show you how to compare Medicare Part D prescription drug plans during the annual election period. This year's annual election period takes place from October 15th through December 7th. You can make changes during that time and they will take effect on January the 1st. And if you do elect to make a change, Medicare will disenroll you from your current plan effective on January 1st. They'll do that automatically. So first, a word about why it's important to compare Part D plans. As you may have already discovered, Medicare Part D is really the most complex part of Medicare. There are differences in the plans in terms of premium, deductible, copays, formularies, networks. The plans also change every year. So just when you think you have it figured out for one year, it changes for the following year. So with that in mind, it's really important that you do a comparison at least every other year to make sure you have the most appropriate plan for your area and for your specific medication needs. So what this is a tutorial to show you exactly how to compare the plans using Medicare's website, medicare.gov. You can compare the plans. Medicare stores your information. You can come back to it year after year. It takes you 5 or 10 minutes to do, and it can save you thousands of dollars over the course of a year if you're on a lot of medications. So we'll jump right into it. Thanks for watching. Okay, so here we are. We're on Medicare's website. If you have not seen this website before, it is medicare.gov, G-O-V. That's medicare.gov. This is what the homepage of Medicare's website looks like, and I'm going to walk you through comparing your Medicare Part D drug plan for 2018. We're going to first start with this green button here that says Find Health and Drug Plans. We're going to click that button, and that's going to take us to step one, which is the zip code entry. Just for the purposes of this comparison, I'm going to use my zip code, 27012. Then you'll click Find Plans. After you do that, if your zip code spans more than one county, it will ask you which county you reside in. So you'll select the county and then continue. The next step will be answering two questions. One is, how do you get your Medicare coverage? You can fill out these questions and put in a lot of extra information, but you really don't need to. That information does not affect the results. So what I recommend is just doing, I don't know what coverage I have, and I don't know. The results will be the same no matter what you fill in on those two questions. That will save you some time. And the next step will take you to where you enter your medications. So for the purposes of this comparison, I'm going to just pick a few pretty common medications and enter them in. When you type the first few letters, you'll see the name come up, and then you'll select the dosage, the quantity, the frequency, and if you use retail or mail order, and that will affect some of the results. So if you have a preference there, you should go ahead and select it. Then I clicked Add Drug and Dosage. Then let's do one more. Select the medication, you'll select the correct dosage. The dosage can have an impact on what the copay is and what plans come up, so you should make sure you pick the correct dosage, quantity, and milligrams. And then you'll select Add Drug and Dosage. One thing I'll point out while we're on this screen, if you want to record this information while you're on this screen, it's a good idea to do that. What that does, it saves your information, and then you can use this drug list ID and the password date, which is the date that you're running the comparison. You can use that at a later time to pull up your drug information. You won't have to go through all these steps. So next I'm going to click My Drug List is Complete, and that's going to pull up the pharmacy page. So on the pharmacy page, it's going to, by default, show me the pharmacies that are closest to my residential zip code. Now, if you want to expand the radius, you can do that, a certain number of miles, or you can click Search New Location to search by a specific pharmacy name or a different location. Most of the Medicare Part D plans can be used at any pharmacy, but it does impact the pricing. So some of the plans have preferred pharmacies. I'm just going to select CVS here just for this example, but you would definitely want to select the pharmacy that you prefer to use or that you do currently use because it can impact the results. Okay, so the next step, the final step before we see the plans, is where we're going to select the prescription drug plans box there, and which is going to show us the Part D plans. You see it says there's 22 plans available in my zip code. And we're going to click Continue to Plan Results. After that, it's going to pull up the whole list of plans. Now, what this does, it ranks the plans by 1 through, in this case, 22, in order of which plan would give the lowest annual cost. You can see right here, you can sort it a different way if you would like. What it's showing me right now is the lowest remainder of the year retail cost. You can also sort by premium, which is probably a good idea if you don't take any medications. And then you'll just select that and then click sort if you wanted to sort it. So the next step I usually take is I will check the box for the first 2 or 3 plans. And you can also look at the star rating if you want to use that as a factor in your decision. That's over here on the right. You'll see the monthly premiums that are listed in this column. You'll see the deductibles, which are listed here. But I'm going to check the first 3 and then click Compare Plans. After I do that, the plans will come up with more detailed information. So it's going to show me those 3 plans I selected, and it's going to show the premium and the deductible, and then it's going to show kind of a bottom line cost for what it would cost if I enrolled today. That's always based on the first of the following month. What you really want to look at, since you're going to be comparing during the annual enrollment period, then you're really going to want to look at the full year costs, which I'm going to show you on the next screen here. And the next thing is to scroll down under the list of medications and click Print Comparison Report. Now that does not automatically print it, although you can print it from this next screen if you would like. Then you scroll down and click Print. It does not print it out yet, but you can print this. This is a printable version, basically, of the comparison. It's a lot of numbers. If you don't know what you're looking at, it can be overwhelming. But it's going to start with the 3 plans that came up as having the best coverage for your specific medications or the lowest annual cost. There's going to be a monthly premium, a deductible on the next row there, and then this next little table here is really the main one to look at. This shows January enrollment, what the annual cost would be for this plan based on somebody who takes your medications. So the one with the lowest cost is obviously, that's a total cost. That includes the premium, the deductible, and the copay for your specific medications at your chosen pharmacy. So that's a bottom line number, what it would cost you for the whole year. Now, if you want to keep it simple, you can just look at that number. If you want to try to see the differences, you can certainly do that as well. This is a good example because you can see this particular plan has a lower premium and a lower deductible than either of these other 2 plans. The copays are actually a little higher. You can see this plan in the first column has 0 copays for both of these 2 medications. However, the annual cost is still a little bit more because the premium is more. And that's why I say you can keep it simple and look at the bottom line cost, or you can go all the way down to where it says initial coverage level. There we go. And look at the copays. Initial coverage level is Medicare's complex way of saying copay. So that's your copay for these medications at this pharmacy each month. The other thing you may want to look at, of course, is the cost at a mail order pharmacy. If you choose to get your medications via mail order, you go down here, look at this table. This is the same type of number. It's a bottom line number showing the premium plus the deductible plus the copays. But this is if you used a mail order. As you can see, some of the plans are considerably less expensive using mail order, and that is typically the case. So these other numbers, these would apply if you're if you reach the Medicare donut hole. If you are in that situation, it may be worthwhile to look at those. But again, even if you go into the donut hole, the table that says estimate of what you will pay for drug plan premium and drug costs is your bottom line number. No matter if that number is $200 or $12,000, that's your bottom line number. That's what you will pay based on your medications on each of the different plans. So That's how you do a Part D comparison. Once you look at the plans, you can go back to Medicare's website where you see the plan information. If you pick the plan that you want, you can either call, say you're going to pick this plan, you can either call the non-member's phone number to sign up right over the phone, or you can click the enroll button and actually enroll right here on Medicare's website. Probably the easiest way to do it. Kind of cuts out the middleman as well, because you ultimately your enrollment request goes to Medicare anyway. So if you do it this way, then it will enroll you directly with the new plan and take you out of the old plan effective January 1st. If you have any questions about this information, I'll be happy to answer them and help in any way that I can. Feel free to share this with anyone else, as it may help them to do a Medicare Part D comparison on Medicare's website as well. So thank you very much for being a client, and look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a great day.